When people attempt to manage their weight, they often focus on diet and exercise, assuming these are the primary levers that control body fat. But one of the most overlooked and underappreciated factors in obesity is sleep, not just how long you sleep, but how consistent and restorative that sleep is. Mounting research now shows that disruptions to the circadian rhythm and chronic sleep deprivation can profoundly alter metabolism, hunger, energy regulation, and even food preferences. In short, poor sleep doesn't just make you tired. It makes you hungrier, less satisfied, and biologically predisposed to gain weight. This connection starts with the body's hormonal landscape. Two of the key hormones that regulate appetite, leptin and ghrelin, are directly affected by how well and how long we sleep. Leptin, produced by fat cells, signals satiety and helps suppress hunger. Ghrelin, made in the stomach, stimulates appetite and increases food-seeking behavior. Under normal conditions, these hormones work together to maintain a healthy energy balance. But when sleep is restricted or irregular, leptin levels drop and ghrelin levels rise. The result is a powerful biological message: eat more, even if your body doesn't actually need the calories. This hormonal imbalance creates a dangerous scenario, especially in modern environments where high-calorie food is cheap, accessible, and often marketed most aggressively during the hours people are most sleep-deprived. Late-night eating, driven in part by ghrelin surges and impaired impulse control, is a common pattern among people with inconsistent sleep. Even 1 or 2 nights of poor sleep can shift food choices toward more energy-dense, carbohydrate-rich, and sugary items, not because of weak willpower, but because the brain's reward centers become hyperactive under sleep loss, while the frontal cortex, responsible for decision-making, becomes less effective. People literally crave worse foods when they're tired, and they're biologically less equipped to resist them. The warning here is serious. Even individuals who eat relatively well and maintain moderate activity levels may struggle with weight if they consistently fail to sleep enough. Sleep deprivation alters glucose metabolism, reduces insulin sensitivity, and increases inflammation, all of which encourage fat storage and metabolic dysfunction. Over time, this creates a state in which the body becomes more efficient at storing fat and less efficient at burning it. Add to this the increased calorie intake driven by hormonal shifts, and you have a near-perfect storm for gradual weight gain. Circadian rhythm, the body's internal clock, further complicates the picture. Our biological processes are synchronized to daily light and dark cycles, influencing everything from hormone release to digestion to cellular repair. When this rhythm is disrupted, due to shift work, jet lag, irregular sleep schedules, or excessive nighttime screen exposure, metabolism becomes dysregulated. Eating late at night, for example, may lead to higher blood sugar and insulin levels than eating the same meal earlier in the day. This means not only does what you eat matter, when you eat it matters too. Ignoring circadian cues can desynchronize metabolism from behavior, compounding the risk of obesity. It's not just night shift workers who are at risk. Many people today live in what researchers now call social jet lag, going to bed late and sleeping in on weekends, then waking up early for work or school during the week. This irregularity may seem harmless, but it's enough to disrupt hormonal balance and contribute to weight gain over time. It also impacts mood, cognitive function, and stress levels, all of which can increase emotional eating and reduce motivation for physical activity. But there's a positive side to this research too. Because sleep is modifiable, improving sleep quality and circadian alignment can serve as a powerful tool for weight regulation and metabolic health. Prioritizing consistent bedtimes, limiting screen time before sleep, creating dark and quiet sleep environments, and exposing oneself to natural daylight during the morning hours can help reset circadian rhythm and restore hormonal balance. Even small improvements in sleep duration, from 5 hours to 7, for instance, can reduce cravings, stabilize blood sugar, and make it easier to eat in alignment with true hunger. Sleep should be seen not as a passive recovery process, but as an active metabolic regulator, as essential to weight management as nutrition or movement. Unfortunately, in a culture that glorifies productivity and treats sleep as optional, many people unknowingly sabotage their health each night. The weight gain that results isn't a character flaw or dietary failure. It's often a physiological response to an environment that neglects the body's most basic need for rest and rhythm. In the broader picture of obesity, sleep is not a side issue. It's a central pillar. Without sufficient sleep and circadian balance, the body fights against efforts to lose weight, conserve energy, and resist cravings. Reclaiming sleep isn't just about feeling better in the morning. It's about restoring the body's natural ability to regulate energy, hunger, and weight. And until sleep is prioritized as a core part of any health strategy, we may continue to fight obesity with one eye closed and never quite understand why the struggle feels so uphill.